Welcome all to another episode of Octane Online Racing League Race for round 16 in Russia as we go for the quali run with 10 seconds left across the line. Just get across. Ooh, I didn't actually notice how short that was. I knew I was coming right up to the end, but I didn't realise how short it was. So this is the quali run. As you can see, I've already gone out and done one lap. We're down in P7 behind Bevs and in front of Dan Man. Where's round 15? What happened in Singapore, I hear you ask? Well, here's what happened in Singapore.
That looked bad. Are you alright? Let me know you're alright.
That's what happened in Singapore, okay? Are you happy? You squeezed it out of me. Where do I start on that one? Got a quali ban because of Italy for stupidly reversing out in front of Oswegian, which was fair enough, so I took that ban and started from the back. And then my P-brain of a brain decided to just fucking not think. I obviously held the clutch in for the red lights and let go and tried to do my best take off. But then didn't switch my foot from the clutch back to the brake. So 250 odd kilometers down the straight, and I pumped the clutch, obviously not braking, and just ran straight up the back of Adam. So yeah, sorry mate, that's what happened. I felt so stupid as a result. Luckily didn't receive a race ban for Russia for that. For some reason I got out of that easily. I'm just gonna thank the race gods for that one. So that was enough time to make up for the quali. So as we come round the final corner, we're up by quite a few tenths here, and we're going to jump into P4. I think the most annoying thing about Singapore was that I'd practiced literally every day because I don't know the track. If you saw the pole position there, that was Bean Puppy with a ludicrous time. I think it was about 10 seconds faster than the rest of us and faster than the actual world record. So there was something going on there, and as a result we did have to basically restart the lobby and push him down to the back because I don't know what happened. I don't want to accuse him of anything, but we did have to restart the lobby. So that happened, and yeah. Oh, you may have also been asking what I was doing in cockpit cam, like I am now. I had been messing around with it in practice and forgot to change out of it, and so yeah, when I went to race in Singapore, that's what happened. Anyway, so 5 red lights, it was very quick. Elite Alex took pole at the end of all that. It's Maserati with just an absolute flyer. I cannot believe how quick he's gotten off the line there. That is just ludicrous. We're going to try and bang this one up the inside without causing too much problems. It's okay, there's a little bit of a touch, but we come out of it alright in, what's that, P3? So yeah, in a okay position at the moment. We've got Brado right behind us, coming around the outside. I may have given it a bit of a squeeze there. It obviously looks very close behind us because I think we've just, fourth place just changed hands, I think 2 or 3 times there. Elite Alex is getting away from us. And Maserati is just absolutely having a baller run. Just
Let's focus now for the rest of the race.
like a rat that's been poked. It's just run. Is that an expression? I'm making it. It's an expression. He's a rat that's been poked. I'm sure that's not quite the expression. I'm sort of hinting at something that I just can't quite recall. Anyway, that was the first lap. But then the race stewards told us that we had to reset. Something happened with Bean Puppy again behind me that I didn't see. Something happened. And as a result, it meant that we have had to restart the race. I've been pretty nervous this entire race. I really didn't want to DNF for a 3rd time in a row, so I'm quite nervous. I'm almost sick with these starts. So a second start was not great. I should not have taken this around the outside. Just saying that right now, should not have taken this around the outside. Never take a car down the straight on the outside because bad things just happen to me. That being one of them.
With the front wing, you've taken some minor damage.
Yeah. Unfortunately, got caught up with Elite Alex and spun. Unfortunately, really wish we didn't have to restart the race. But them's the brakes, so that's us in, what, P12? Looks like Bev's behind us. I think he DNF'd on turn 1, unfortunately, for him. We do have some wing damage. I'm just going to stay out and see how it goes in terms of how it feels, and see if we can't do something with that. So, time to make up some positions. Elite Alex is on the cards first. Let's see what we can do.
Okay, not a great start. Let's get back on track.
Holy shit, that was a hell of a dive bomb. Well, not really a dive bomb, but Christ, I left that late. Yeah, got 2 positions back in the first lap, so that was good. That was dicey. I didn't realise how close I was to Combat Rat. That could have been a DNF there and knock him out as well. So a couple of people going into the pits. I think that's Barefoot. I think he has wing damage, unfortunately. So he's off into the pits, and now we've got to catch Rustico and go from there. So not going to be much of a battle with Rustico. I think we catch him on one of these corners. I was feeling really, really racy. Even with the broken wing, I was feeling just really, really racy all weekend. I had done very little practice, and that always seems to be the case. I had done very little practice. I think about 10 minutes maybe, just to get a setup and get a feel for the track again. But I think that's partly what made me so nervous for the race. Just really wanting a good result and not having really practiced the track. I mean, I know Russia, so I know the corners and I know the braking points, sort of, and the track in general. But yeah, there we go. Got around Rustico nice and easy there. Didn't put up much of a fight, thanks Rustico. Now we have to chase Cobalt. He's a little bit further up the order. I think he's jousting with the Force Indias, Oswegian and Adam. So now we just need to chase them down. And again, just feeling really racy, really pacey, really just carving through the field all race. It was really fun, actually. This is probably one of my favourite races, to be honest, for the season. Right, so come lap 4, we've chased down Oswegian. We're just hunting him down. I was really micromanaging my ERS and fuel consumption this race. I don't know whether that was what helped me be a little bit more pacey. I was sort of bumping it into overtake down the straights, and then low into the through some of the 90-degree angles as I get a bit of a pinch from Oswegian. Probably still not happy with me from Italy, maybe. But we get the job done there. But yeah, I was really micromanaging everything. Micromanaging the fuel, micromanaging the ERS, really just sort of getting my head around that and just knowing where I was. Because in the past, I sort of just, chuck it into high and leave that there for a while, bring it down if I need a bit more, ERS stored, more battery power stored. But was really just, micromanaging is the best word I can come up with. I want to find something funny, but I can't. So that's what I was doing. Anyway, Cobalt's next. So Cobalt actually managed to get around Adam and put a bit of distance between himself and the Force India. I'm making my way around Adam now, trying to get him down the straight here. I actually thought I had the move done, but he fights me through the corner here. Must have just broken a little later. Had to just tell him over the Discord, just give me a bit of space, because he was squeezing me on the outside there just a little unnecessarily, obviously trying to get the position back and fighting me, which is fine. I want the fight. You got to leave the space. Yeah, I just didn't want my race ruined. But happy to fight with him. I may have cut that there a little bit, but I do have more pace than Adam, so we are gonna get around him here one way or another. He's gonna fight us for it though through that corner. It was quite a good little battle. I thought he might have held on there, but luckily we've got the move done, made it stick, and now we can chase down Cobalt. Except Cobalt's got too much damn bloody pace. So we've gone out an extra lap. The plan was to pit onto the Ultra Softs by lap 12, and I've got Brad behind me. I know I'm holding up his race. I should have let him go earlier. I didn't know where Maserati was at the time, so I kind of pull over there, let him go. I'm literally talking with him in the Discord now. That sort of not hindered him, but he didn't really know what I was doing because he was going to go try and get me down the inside, and I've gone the inside to let him through, and that's kind of, the whole thing just hasn't really worked well. If I'd thought about it a little bit sooner, I should have let him go down the straight, because I'm not going to catch him, I'm not racing against him, so I was going to just let him go. But yeah, literally just texting with him in Discord now, and he mentioned he sort of didn't know what I was doing at the time, but but nonetheless, let him go through. The point I was going to make is I was meant to pit lap 11 on the Ultra Softs.
I think you're going to start losing some tyre grip around now.
Yeah, and as you can hear from the engineer, I'm only going to start losing grip around now. And I was only about 30-40%. I think it was 50% on the rears for the Hypersoft, so they were looking not too bad. Like, if I really wanted to, I could have gone another lap, and it's probably lucky I did. A lot of people told me that the Ultra Softs were looking a bit dicey there towards the end on people who went on longer stints. So I'm glad I've gone the extra lap just to get a bit of better, fresh tyres on the Ultra Softs, which may have helped the lap. I don't know. We are going to repair the wing here as well. I've been struggling for a little while. It hasn't been perfect. I have definitely been struggling with this wing, so we are going to go replace that and get back into it. So that was the pit change, or pit stop, behind Elite Alex, out in front of Oswegian, so we're going to have to do a bit of catching up, so let's do that. Elite Alex is in my sights. I'm barreling down on him. Let's do it. Let's see what we can do here. It wasn't until lap 17 that I finally caught up with the bastard. So coming on to the penultimate corner. I love that word, penultimate. It's just fun to say. Anyway, just casually putting in the fastest lap of the race at that point in time as well. Really busted out a really great lap to pull him in, to be honest. He was about 3 or 5 seconds ahead of me for a while there. He does have quite a few penalties, I think it's about 6. Someone had 9. Someone had a stupid amount of 9. And I went, shit, I just need to get within 8 seconds. It might have been Cobalt. Somebody had a lot of penalties. And I sort of thought, geez, I only just need to get within range here. I do already have my own 3-second time penalty to deal with, but yeah, job done, move done. Still setting fast sector times, which is good to see. So definitely got the pace. So now we chase down Cobalt. How many times have I said that? It's happening. It's happening now. I promise. Lap 22. It's finally happening. We're going to chuck up everything high, I think. Yeah, I'm trying to play the catch-up game. Think about maybe it might happen here, but think better of it. I'm a bit smarter. I think we've made up the distance. Let's just get round these corners. Let's get down the start-finish straight, and then we can hammer it out. I think I dropped the ARS down just to try and save a little bit. We're right up his clacker here. Yeah, as I say, going to get him down the straight, but then he pulls off to the side. I mean, thanks, Cobalt. Thanks for that. I mean, I appreciate the easy position, but I was hoping for a bit of a battle, at least down the start-finish straight. But he's jumped out the way. Maybe he's struggling or something. I think I was catching him by. I mean, I caught him up pretty quickly down that other straight. So I don't know what the reason was there. I think post-race he mentioned that he sort of didn't want to get in anyone's way, and so he sort of didn't fight many people on it. So that I think that might be what's going on.
0.6 seconds. You're gaining by 2 seconds a lap. They're on old Ultra Softs. Their tyres are 11 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 39.0. They have a time penalty of 6.0.
Yeah, there you go. So that's me trying to catch Dan Man there. So he's got 6-second time penalties. I've got 3 at the moment, so I need to get within 3 seconds to try and catch him. So I think about it, but there's only a couple of laps to go, and I'm sort of quite happy where I am. P5, P4 would be nice, but yeah, at this stage of race, I didn't think that was going to be possible. So we're just going to comfortably sit here, just build a bit of a gap away from Cobalt, and yeah, I mean, as I say, see what we can do with Dan Man. But at this moment in time, I sort of said, yep, this is good. We'll probably wrap up the race here. Except there was a wild card at play that I wasn't aware of. Bloody Combat Rat, just fucking out of nowhere, from a country mile backwards, he's caught up to me on lap 25. And he's almost taken me there, and then I've hit the wall, and I think that's spooked him a little bit, given him a spook. Just absolutely out of nowhere. He's on the hypersofts, so he has pitted a second time. Started on the softs, I think, originally onto the hypers, and then he's gone onto the ultras, and then onto the hypers. So he's on a much fresher, quicker tyre. I just couldn't believe it. I thought, yep, done. You know, it's all wrapped up. Races wrapped up. Here's where all the positions lie. That was it. But no, Combat Rat, just out of bloody nowhere, has come to fight me on this. So he gets me down the straight. I'm quite certain I fight him a little bit further up the road. And I want to. I know he does have some penalties. So I think we both have a 3-second time penalty though. So it is going to be one on track here. So he gets ahead of me, but I get a better run through here. So we're right up the back of him. Think about having a look down the inside. Just again being patient. He's gone wide, which is good. That's really helped us catch up. Here we go. We're going to have a move down here on the inside, braking really hard. He's going to want to hold it around the outside. He just tucks in for a second as we drop down into fourth. We've got a bit of ERS to play with. Don't have much fuel though. I do not have a lot of fuel to play with. I think I'm maybe 0.10 or something like that. Do not have a lot, so we've managed to eke out a bit of a gap down here. He is going to have DRS. I think you can just see his little arrow just coming in down the bottom of the screen there, just saying, yep, I'm still here, I'm still there, robot, you haven't got away from me yet. So absolutely fighting for this position on the second to last lap, the penultimate lap. Really fighting him here for it. He's does have the advantage though. I've got old ultra softs. He's got the fresher tyres, and then that was it. It was all over Red Rover. That was my last warning on that one. So 6 second worth of time penalties. I didn't want to fight him on it, and let him have that. I did try and fight him with it. Maybe try and win it on track, I thought, but I did slow up to down that straight to give it to him. And that was the result, unfortunately. So that's it, race over. That was Russia, and that is P6. Dan Man getting jumped by Combat Rat, unfortunately, because I think he did have. I think he eventually had the 9 seconds worth of penalties. I think from memory, or I think Combat Rat's only jumped him by, I think, a 10th or something like that. There wasn't a lot in it. But the surprise of the weekend is a Ferrari on podium. Drake Spartan. I think he's won it on penalties. Maserati's won it on track, but he's just had far too many penalties to clinch it. So Drake Spartan's managed to get that one in the bag. So congratulations to him. That's his first win, I think, and first win for Ferrari at all as a team. Was it? No, actually, no, that's not true. That's not true at all, actually. No, of course, I'm forgetting about Mushu. I'm quite certain Mushu's been on pole. Hasn't he? I'm going to have to go back and check. Either way, that was your race winners. Or they were your race winners. As we take a look here at the final standings. So we've got 6 there. Dropped down of his 2 places. A couple of penalties there. Who was the one who had 9? Come on, show yourself. Oh, okay. Okay, thanks, past robot. That's fine. Japan next week. Don't know the track very well. But let's see how we go. Thanks for watching. See you next time.